Would you like to know how much time you have left after you turn 70? Not only is your body telling you how much longer you have to live, but you also feel like each year is getting more and more important. Some people feel weak and sick in their 70s and move more slowly, while others stay strong, smart, and full of life. What's the difference? It's usually hidden in a few key signs, which are like little clues that can tell you what will happen. We will talk about 7 signs that might show you might live past the age of 70 in this video. Patterns have been seen in people who live long and healthy lives. This is not just a guess or a myth. There you have it. This video will teach you how to spot certain signs in your body and in the way you live your life. The most important thing is that you will know how to take charge of your health and make your life longer. If you don't wait until the end, you might miss small details that have big effects on your future. As soon as you know these signs, you can look at your situation and decide if any changes need to be made to increase your life expectancy. We can begin now. If you don't already, subscribe and hit the bell button before we start. That way you won't miss a video. In the comments, give the video a like if you liked it and a 0 if you didn't. Thanks for your thoughts. I'll use it to make my videos better for you. We can begin now. Sign 1, how fast you walk. There are other ways to figure out how many years you have left to live after you turn 70, besides looking at your genes, medical history, or even what you eat. It looks at how fast you walk. Studies show that people in their 70s and older who walk quickly and steadily have a much longer life expectancy than people who walk much more slowly. The reason is that the speed at which you walk has a direct effect on your health, including your brain, muscles, heart, and lungs. Check out Joe and Frank. They are both 70 years old. Joe can always walk steadily up and down the stairs or cross the street without any problems. His movements are smooth, steady, and sure of himself. Frank, on the other hand, has been much less active lately, even though he used to be very busy. He has to take a lot of breaks and sometimes feels unsteady because he can't keep up with other people. Some people think that Frank's slower running speed is because his health is getting worse, while Joe seems to be in good shape. A slow gait isn't always caused by getting older. It can also be caused by problems like poor circulation, weak muscles, or even early neurological decline. Because your legs support you, when they get weak, your physical strength goes down as well. The good thing? You can walk faster if you choose to. You stay stronger if you walk every day. It's important to pay attention to the fact that you're not moving as quickly as you used to. Step by step, you can get stronger by doing things like going for longer walks, lifting light weights, or doing simple leg exercises. Why? That's because the speed at which you move through life shows how long you will continue to do so. Keep an eye on your speed. It might be the easiest way to find out how long you have left to live. Sign 2, how well you can hold something. If you can believe it, the way you shake hands could tell more about your future than you think. Researchers have found that one of the best ways to tell how healthy an older person is overall is to look at how strong their grip is. A strong, steady grip means that your muscles are strong, your blood flow is good, and your nervous system is working well. As for a weak or getting worse grip, it can be an early sign of muscle loss, frailty, and even a higher risk of health problems. Robert, a 78-year-old man, was always proud of how well he could shake hands. He kept moving, lifted light weights, and never had trouble carrying groceries or opening jars. Walter, who is also 78, started to notice that it was harder for him to do simple things like twist off the top of a bottle or hold on to a heavy bag. That's what he thought it was, just getting older. But what he didn't know was that his weakening grip was a sign that he was losing muscle mass, which could make him more likely to fall and get hurt, and could even shorten his life expectancy. Your hands show how healthy your muscles are overall. It's likely that your whole body is getting weaker if your grip is getting weaker, and it gets harder to stay independent, active, and strong as you lose strength. The good news? You can put it back together. In order to keep your grip and muscles strong, you can do simple exercises like squeezing a tennis ball, using hand grippers, or even carrying light weights. So check your grip for a moment. Don't ignore it if shaking hands feels weaker than it used to, or if doing normal things is getting harder. Because how well you hold on to things now could show you how well you'll hold on to life later on. Third sign, being able to stand on one leg. A lot of people don't think about balance until they start to lose it. One of the best ways to tell how long you'll live is to see if you can stand on one leg for at least 10 seconds. Researchers have found that people who have trouble keeping their balance are more likely to fall, hurt themselves, and even lose their mental sharpness. People who can keep their balance well into their 70s and beyond, on the other hand, tend to live longer and healthier lives. Take two women, Carol and Nancy, who are both in their early 70s. Carol has always been active. Every day she walks and does yoga, and she can lift one foot off the ground and keep it there for a few seconds without any trouble. Nancy, on the other hand, hasn't paid much attention to her balance over the years. She falls over right away when she tries to stand on one leg and has to grab something to keep herself steady. Nancy doesn't understand that her lack of balance isn't just a bothersome problem. It's a sign that her coordination, muscle strength, and maybe even brain function may be getting worse. For good balance, you need strong legs, a healthy brain, and a nervous system that works well. It's time to do something if you notice that you stumble more often, feel unsteady when turning quickly, or need to hold on to walls or furniture for support. The best part? You can get better balance. To rebuild your stability, do easy things like standing on one foot for a few seconds every day, walking heel to toe, or light Tai Chi. Right now, stand up and lift one foot off the ground. Can you keep it up for 10 seconds without getting tired? Don't worry if it's not, but don't ignore it either, because you'll be stronger and more stable in the years to come if you work on your balance now. Sign 4. The way you sleep. A lot can be learned about how long you might live by how well you sleep at night. Sleep does more than just let your mind rest. It's also when your body fixes itself, your immune system gets stronger, and toxins leave your brain. Research has shown that over 70s who get enough consistent, high-quality sleep tend to live longer and healthier lives. On the other hand, those who have trouble sleeping are more likely to lose their memories, get heart disease, and have weaker immune systems. Hear about two men named Henry and Bill. They are both in their mid-70s. Henry always goes to bed at the same time, sleeps for about 7 hours, and feels rested when he wakes up. Bill, on the other hand, has restless nights where he tosses and turns, wakes up several times, and sometimes can't fall asleep at all. As time goes on, Henry's body keeps working well, his mind stays sharp, and his energy levels stay steady. But Bill starts to feel brain fog, tired during the day, and even his blood pressure changes, which are all caused by his sleep quality getting worse. Should you wake up a lot at night, have trouble staying asleep, or feel tired even after being in bed for hours? Don't ignore it. Listen to what your body's telling you. Lack of sleep can be caused by many things, such as stress, a bad diet, not being active enough, or even health problems like sleep apnea that haven't been diagnosed yet. The good news? It is possible to get better sleep. Making small changes like limiting screen time before bed, sticking to a routine, getting some natural sunlight in the morning, or not eating big meals at night can have a big effect. It's not enough to just feel rested. You need to sleep to keep your body and mind working at their best. Pay attention to how you sleep tonight. You need to make changes to your sleep if you wake up tired, have trouble staying asleep, or feel like it has changed over the past few years. For the years to come, how strong and healthy you stay may depend on how well you rest today. Sign 5. Your hunger and how you eat. When you turn 70, one of the best ways to tell how long you might live is by what you eat. A balanced diet and a healthy appetite will keep your body strong, your immune system strong, and your energy high. A sudden loss of appetite, on the other hand, or bad eating habits can be signs of deeper health problems and even speed up the aging process. Take two women, Margaret and Susan, who are both 74 years old. Margaret stays at a healthy weight because she enjoys her meals and eats a variety of fresh whole foods. That she enjoys making her own meals makes her feel energized all day. Susan, on the other hand, has noticed that she's not hungry like she used to be. She skips meals and eats a lot of processed foods. Over the past year, she has lost weight without meaning to, not realizing that her loss of appetite is a sign that her body might not be absorbing nutrients properly, which could weaken her muscles, slow down her metabolism, and even hurt her immune system. She doesn't see it as a big deal. An older person's loss of appetite is often a sign of a deeper health problem, such as digestive problems, changes in hormones, or even the start of cognitive decline. And if you don't eat enough, your body starts breaking down muscle, which makes you weak and makes you more likely to get sick or fall. It's important to do something if you've noticed changes in the way you eat, like feeling full too quickly, losing interest in food, or quickly losing weight. After age 70, eating well isn't just about staying full. It's also about giving your body the nutrients it needs to work right. Focus on whole, nutrient-dense foods, drink plenty of water, and don't ignore a loss of appetite. It could mean that your body wants you to pay attention to something. That being said, do you still enjoy your food? To keep your body strong, do you eat enough protein, fiber, and healthy fats? Or have you noticed that your energy and hunger have gone down? In the years to come, how strong and independent you'll be will depend on what you eat now. Sixth sign, how well you can deal with stress. How you deal with stress after age 70 can tell you a lot about how long you'll live. Not only does long-term stress make you feel bad, but it also makes your immune system weaker, increases your risk of heart disease, and even speeds up the aging process. People who know how to deal with stress well, on the other hand, tend to stay healthier, more active, and mentally sharp well into old age. John and Richard are both 76 years old. JN has problems like everyone else does, like unplanned costs, health scares, and family issues. But he has learned to stay calm and steady when things go wrong. He takes deep breaths, stays social, and doesn't think about problems for longer than they need to be thought about. Richard, on the other hand, keeps stressing. There are many things he worries about that are out of his control. Small irritations make him feel overwhelmed, and he often gets stuck in negative thought patterns. His body gets tired of all the stress over time. His blood pressure goes up, he has trouble sleeping, and he has less energy. People who are stressed for a long time can cause inflammation in their bodies, which has been linked to almost all major age-related diseases, from Alzheimer's to heart problems. Don't ignore the fact that you often feel tense, angry, or emotionally drained. Managing your stress in healthy ways, like through exercise, deep breathing, or even just laughing, can add years to your life. When things go wrong, do you deal with them and move on? Or do you hold on to your worries and let stress take over? You can stay calm, find solutions, and focus on what you can control. This is good for your mind and a big part of how long and well you live. Sign 7, the people you know. One of the best ways to tell how long you might live after 70 is to look at how strong your relationships are. Studies have shown over and over that people who have strong social ties, like family, friends, or community involvement, tend to live longer and healthier lives. On the other hand, being alone has been linked to higher risks of heart disease, depression, memory loss, and even death before its time. Eleanor and Barbara are two women who are both 78 years old. Eleanor has a full social life. She stays in touch with old friends, reads with a local book club, and loves spending time with her family. Her conversations make her happy. They make her laugh a lot, and she feels close to the people around her. Barb, on the other hand, stays by herself a lot. Over the years, she has lost touch with many of her friends. She also doesn't talk to her family very often. As the months go by, she starts to feel alone. Her mood gets worse, and her health starts to get worse overall. Connecting with other people does more than just help you feel better. It also affects your health in a direct way. Your brain stays active, your stress levels go down, and your body releases chemicals that are good for your health when you interact with other people. This is the time to change if you've been pulling away from people, avoiding calls, or spending more time by yourself than usual. You don't have to be with other people all the time to stay connected. It can make a huge difference to reach out to an old friend, join a group with similar interests, or make it a habit to have deep conversations every day. Because the relationships you build today not only make you happy, but they also help you stay healthy and live longer in the future. For one last thought. After reading these 7 signs, take a moment to think about where you stand. Are you strong and sure of yourself in life? Or have you noticed small changes that could be signs of trouble? Good news, you can change most of these things. How fast you walk, how strong your grip is, your balance, how well you sleep, what you eat, how stressed you are, and your social connections. The decisions you make today can have a big effect on how many years you have left. Do something about the things you know you need to change before you wait for your doctor to tell you to. Start now. Go for more walks, work out your muscles, make sleep a priority, stay in touch with people, and find ways to deal with stress. It's not enough to just live longer. We want to live better. At the end of the day, longevity isn't just about how many years you have left. It's also about how well you live those years. Thanks for being here today. Please get in touch with us. Tell us what you learned today and how you're going to use it in your life in the comments below. We care about what you think, so don't be shy about telling us. We feel very motivated and encouraged when we read your comments. Please like, subscribe, and share this video if you liked it and found it useful. With your help, we can keep making good content to educate and motivate you. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.